Hey guys, welcome back to LEGO's Island. So today it is Friday, April 25th, 2025, and as we can see, the Easter/Earth Day party has been removed, and it only took like 20 to 30 minutes to clean up, which is actually not even that bad. That's mainly because it was a much smaller event. Anyway, immediately following that party, we were presented with a very beautiful sunset that actually kind of came out of nowhere, to be honest. But if I'm going to be clear with all of you, this looks beautiful. And that's actually not all. There's actually a few other changes across the island as well. One of which actually being the dispensers right here. As we can see, if we open it up, we have two papers that were not here before, being for Cody and Lucy. These two were introduced during the Earth Day party. And actually, the reason that those guys are actually in there now is actually because they have their own tent in the dog park now, making these two the first two dogs in LEGO's Island history to be two completely different colors, and not the usual gray like all the other dogs over the years. Not to mention, these are actually based off my dogs in real life of the same name. So, for the sake of this episode, we're actually going to be taking both of them to kind of also properly introduce them outside of the party. So, that's cool, right? In fact, that's not the only update that came out of this. There's actually one more alongside the sunset. As you can see over here, I finally found an area to properly put the animals in after the party. As we can see, Animal Zoo coming April 27th. That will be in the next episode on Sunday, which is actually going to be really cool. As we can see, we have, of course, all the animals here from the party. And I'm not going to lie, it took a while to get them all over here without, accidentally killing them. Thank God there was a ton of water over here that I could actually put them over here. But, speaking of which, in order to potentially make this possible, I'm going to have to take out all of these trees and also take out some of this water. Regardless, I'm planning to make a little zoo area for these animals to keep them around after the events of the party. Just because they're really cool and I don't want to lose them because they took forever to find. So, please look forward to this in the next episode on April 27th. I feel I'm going to have a lot of fun making this. Now, I'm going to go through some of the rooms that do have the sunset theme. Well, basically the whole island is affected, but I probably won't go through every single room. I'll go for a handful of them. The port is obviously one of them, which I'm not going to lie, looks beautiful as heck. Same goes with the lodge, but it's way more beautiful if you stand on top of the roof. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. That looks absolutely freaking beautiful. The Maximus shop has also been updated, and even the flag store as well, and you can even see the sun from inside the store, which is actually pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And that's not even it for the flag store. There's one other place you can get a good view, that being the roof itself. And honestly, this is a very nice view, even if the diamond roller coaster kind of blocks it a little. Regardless, it still works. You technically can also see it from the blacksmith shop roof as well. Heck, even the resort is really cool. Honestly, I know, the lighting in these rooms look amazing. Even here on the tallest mountain, that looks genuinely awesome. Because this is probably the best place you can get a view of the sun. And hey, you can even see the ice rink from up here. That's actually really cool. In fact, if you actually stand on top of the ice rink here, you actually can get an extremely good view of the sun. Which I'm not gonna lie, this looks very beautiful. The campsite also looks really cool, if I'm being honest. Even the two small mountains looks cool. We have a very nice view of the sun from up here. Heck, even the Pet Cemetery Mountain itself. And heck, if you go far enough across the mountain, there it is. Even on the roof of the Pet Cemetery building itself. And of course, we can't forget about the village. You knew this had to be in here somewhere. But what's more impressive is the view of the sun from the hotel roof. This honestly looks really cool. Even here looks really cool. But the Statue Sanctuary though, this looks awesome. Probably my personal favorite. And if I'm being honest, that's probably one of the last places you can get a good view of the sunset if you don't count the theme park. But the true question is, where did this sunset come from? And more importantly, if we head back to the port, there's this mysterious portal that just appeared out of nowhere immediately following the party. This was not here before, and it seems to be cracking open. Could this be for Operation Multiverse? Or something completely different from that? That's something to think about and keep an eye on, because who knows where this thing came from?